Hi everyone, welcome back, and in this video we are going to be going over some preparation for watching episode 2 of WandaVision, and we will also be going over episode 1, so hopefully you watched that, and this is just to refresh your memory on what happened in that episode. Now, spoiler alert for, well, I guess nothing really much besides episode 1 if you haven't seen it yet, so go ahead and watch that if you haven't. Also, just previous MCU projects, those are also involved in the spoilers as well. Now, let's begin by going over what happened in episode 1. Both Wanda and Vision are living as a newlywed couple, and they both see a heart on their calendar on one of the days of the calendar, and both of them can't seem to remember what it means, even though they both try to pretend they know what it means. Wanda kind of asks Agnes to help her figure out what it is, and Agnes gives her the idea that it's probably her anniversary with Vision. And Vision, he's at work, and he realizes, because Mr. Hart is his boss, he realizes that it's actually meant to remind them that they have dinner with Mr. and Mrs. Hart. Now, Wanda is getting all dressed up and preparing dinner as if it's their anniversary. Then she freaks out when the Harts show up. Agnes continues over here, as you can see, to help Wanda, and she brings over a bunch of food, and that's used for kind of a comedic effect, I guess. And then we finally get to the last part of the episode, which is the dinner with the Harts. Here we have Vision, which is, he's basically in human form, and Wanda, Mr. and Mrs. Hart. Now, this is a really strange interaction that might have definitely confused you and raised a lot of questions. You have Mrs. Hart, well, as Mr. Hart starts choking after he, well, seemingly gets kind of angry at Wanda for not answering their question. Mrs. Hart just continues to yell, "Stop it," which is like sort of a demand. It turns from a demand directed toward Mr. Hart into a cry for help toward Wanda, and Wanda eventually asks Vision to help him stop choking as he collapses onto the ground, and Vision uses his powers to pull the piece of food out of his throat. And really the whole premise of this show so far is that they're trying not to reveal that they have powers. Now, you might have been asking yourself, like I said, many questions. Why was Mr. Hart so angry about this simple little question? And why was Mrs. Hart asking him to stop it in a very creepy way? And why did the whole mood kind of change? Maybe Mr. Hart has some secret involvement in all of this. It's totally understandable if you got confused by all of this, but it will definitely make sense as you continue to watch the show. So yes, that was episode 1. Hopefully that was a good recap of it. I covered all the main points, and we will be moving on. Now, this was from my first video on WandaVision. If you haven't seen that, this is just some background information. Feel free to pause the video right here just to read any context you need on who Wanda is. Same thing with Vision. Feel free to pause the video right here as well if you want to read all that. Just gives you some background info on the characters. Westview, in terms of Westview and people who live there, these are the people you're going to meet. On the left over here, you have Geraldine, who kind of befriends Wanda, and this is Dottie, who sort of leads the neighborhood. She's on the right. She's a little weird so far. You'll meet both of them in episode 2, and you'll kind of get a sense of what their characters are all about. And I guess they're just really the two ones that you should look out for. All right, that is going to wrap it up. Go ahead and watch episode 2 of WandaVision, in which Wanda and Vision basically have to keep their powers a secret as they compete in the neighborhood talent show. So another fun black and white TV style episode coming your way. All right, I'll see you back here as we discuss what happened in episode 2, and I will give you some info to set you up for watching episode 3.